Welcome back to Mexico Relocation Guide. If you've been looking for a modern beach destination with really beautiful shores, luxury resorts, and a relaxed vibe, Ixtapa might be the perfect match. So in this video, you're going to learn what it's like to live in Ixtapa, from the cost of living to local culture and everything in between. Comencemos! Now, Ixtapa is just about 10 kilometers from its sister town, Zihuatanejo. It's really only a few minutes away. While Zihuatanejo is more traditional with a classic Mexican feel, Ixtapa was developed in the 70s as a modern beach spot. You'll notice high-end resorts, golf courses, and a marina, perfect if you want a more upscale lifestyle. Now, even though both towns share the same beautiful coastline and they're only separated by a few minutes, Ixtapa is known for its planned infrastructure and focus on tourism, while Zihuatanejo has a more local vibe and charming streets to explore. But on this video, we're going to focus on Ixtapa. If you're interested in learning more about Zihuatanejo, check out our video on our YouTube channel. Now, before we get into some of the neighborhoods that you might want to live in, safety, cons of living in Ixtapa, let's get into what you can expect for the weather. Because one of Ixtapa's biggest draws is its tropical climate. You see, temperatures usually range in the 70s to mid-90s. November through May is the dry season. It has better beach weather and it's more popular for tourism, while June through October brings short-range showers that turn the landscape lush and green. However, it can get oppressively hot and humid, so a lot of people will do a lot of their chores either early in the morning or really late in the evening. Most of the time, you will probably also be using a lot of air conditioning. Now, Ixtapa has a laid-back feel, but it's also quite modern compared to other coastal towns in Mexico. Now, roads and infrastructure are newer, and there's no shortage of upscale amenities. The expat community here is smaller but growing, especially among retirees who want a slower pace of life without losing access to things like luxury condos, resort life, and convenience. So maybe you're looking for better healthcare, a lower cost of living, or a supportive community. No matter what your reasons, you can surely find them all in Ixtapa, this small local fishing community. So where would you live if you lived in Ixtapa? Well, there's a couple of popular residential areas, which include the Marina district, where you'll see things like yachts and enjoy condo living with beautiful views. There's also Playa Linda, which is a beautiful beachfront zone surrounded by nature. Now, if security, 24/7, and tranquility matter most to you, and you really love golfing, you might look into gated communities like Palma Real Golf Club. Now, here's a quick look at what you might pay for housing in the neighborhoods covered in this video. Keep in mind again that these are ballpark figures, and actual cost will depend on factors like property size, whether or not they are furnished, the exact location, and of course, fluctuations in exchange rates. In the Marina area, you can expect to pay $800 to $1,200 a month for a one-bedroom condo with a marina view. If you're looking for something larger, 2 to 3 bedroom places can go for $1,300 to about $2,000 a month. Now, if you're looking to buy, condos here usually start at around $180,000 and can go well over $300,000 for bigger units with nicer views. Now, this area is popular because you'll be close to luxury condos, of course, the marina, and upscale dining. And then you have Playa Linda. Rents here go for anywhere between $700 to $1,000 a month for one-bedroom condos, while larger or more updated places can range somewhere in between the $1,000 to $1,500 a month. If you're looking to buy a house, homes in the area might start at $150,000 to $250,000. Again, depending on the proximity to the beach and property features. Now, Playa Linda feels more laid back with a beautiful beachfront surrounded by nature. It's a good fit if you want to be near the ocean without being right in the tourist center. And then you have areas like Palma Real, Campo de Golf, which is a gated community that has a golf course on it. And rents here will go anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000 a month for a multi-bedroom home with access to golf courses. It has 24/7 gated security and green spaces. If you're looking to buy, then properties often begin in the $200,000 range and can go much higher based on the house size and, of course, golf course views. Now, this area is perfect if, again, you value security, tranquility, and love living near or on a golf course. The setting is peaceful with a sense of exclusivity. So where will you do your shopping if you live in Ixtapa? Well, if you need something quick or want to avoid traveling too far, Mersa is the go-to option in Ixtapa. These smaller grocery stores are scattered around town, so it's easy to pop in for essentials like milk, bread, snacks, and produce. Prices can be slightly higher compared to big supermarkets, but it's worth for the convenience. Now, for larger grocery runs or bulk items, most residents and expats drive into Zihuatanejo to shop at bigger chains like Bodega Aurrerá, Soriana, Chedraui. There's also a Sam's Club, and these stores offer a wider variety of products and often have better deals on staple items and toiletries and household goods. Now, if you prefer one-stop shopping at a larger supermarket, planning a weekly or bi-weekly trip to Zihuatanejo is very common. And again, Zihuatanejo is legitimately right next door. So it's not like you're driving across town or somewhere far to go for your big box supermarket shopping. Now, here's a simple breakdown of what you can generally expect to pay each month for utilities if you're a couple living in Ixtapa. Most couples spend around $80 to $100 a month if you run your air conditioner moderately. If you like to keep the AC running on constantly, you might pay closer to $150, especially during the hotter months. For gas, a typical gas bill for cooking and heating water usually runs about $15 to $25 a month. Now, the amount depends on how often you cook at home and, of course, how large your propane tank is. Water tends to be quite affordable in Ixtapa. You'll spend somewhere between $5 to $10 a month. It's really, really affordable. And rates can vary depending, again, on consumption, but most couples find the cost to be fairly low. And for internet, a standard internet package starts around $30 a month. Speeds are generally good enough for streaming, video calls, and online work if you were working remotely. Now, keep in mind that these ballpark figures, will completely depend and fluctuate depending on your usage, your lifestyle, the size of your household, the exchange rate, and so many variables. But this is just to give you a good idea of what a couple living in Ixtapa can be spending on a monthly basis. Now, for medical care, there are a couple of private clinics right in Ixtapa where you can get routine checkups or treatment for minor issues. Many of these clinics have modern equipment, and some even offer English-speaking services. A typical consultation will cost you anywhere between $30 to $50 with a specialist, and that is without insurance. Now, you'll also find plenty of well-stocked farmacias or pharmacies in town. They carry most common medications, so you can easily pick up what you need without much hassle. Another thing is that medications in Mexico are usually a tenth of the cost of what people are used to spending north of the border if they didn't have insurance. So something for you to keep in mind. And then for more advanced or specialized treatments, you can make a short drive to Zihuatanejo. There you'll find a larger hospital with a wider range of services if your care needs to go beyond what the local clinics offer. Now, for those of you wondering, safety is a top priority in Ixtapa and other beaches along this coast. Thanks to a strong tourism industry and ongoing security efforts, you'll often see police patrolling popular areas. Most visitors and residents feel completely comfortable going about their daily life here, especially around the main beaches, hotels, and restaurants at any time of day. Now, as with any destination, it's smart to stay alert and follow local guidelines. But Ixtapa's reputation as a safe and welcoming spot make it an appealing choice for many foreigners looking to move to Mexico. Now, to get to Ixtapa, it's pretty simple. There's the Ixtapa-Zihuatanejo International Airport, which is about 20 minutes away, and it has direct flights to Mexico City, the United States, and Canada. And once you're in Ixtapa, getting around is pretty simple. Taxis are widely available, and local buses called colectivos or combis can take you to Zihuatanejo, Playa Linda, or even the airport for under $1 per ride. Now, once you've settled, what will you do for fun? Well, there's plenty to keep you busy if you love the outdoors. Go fishing at the Marina, you can play golf at one of the championship courses, or hop on a boat to Isla Ixtapa. In Isla Ixtapa, you can explore hidden coves and even go snorkeling. It's a really fun way to see a different side of the coast. The Marina is a must-see with its yachts. It has waterfront dining and luxury condos. And there's fishing tournaments here, which draw international crowds. And there's a scenic bike trail that links Ixtapa and Zihuatanejo and Playa Linda. Just be ready for some hills and some tropical heat. So there's really a lot of things to do if you were going to be living in Ixtapa. And then, of course, there's a variety of charities and things that you can get involved with in the local community. Now, of course, we wouldn't be able to finish this video without saying that there are some cons of living in Ixtapa. It's not a perfect paradise. Ixtapa might not be for everyone. Now, some of the cons are that since it's built for tourism, it doesn't have the same traditional Mexican charm that some people might be looking for or used to. Another one is that it can get quiet during the low season. And living costs are generally higher, especially if you compare it to other beach towns on this same coast, like, for example, Zihuatanejo, especially if you're looking in the more luxurious neighborhoods. Now, while this might not be a deal breaker for everyone, the heat can get intense. If you're coming to this part of Mexico from a city with little humidity and not a lot of heat year-round, this might seem shocking to you. The first year in Ixtapa is when people either hate it or love it. Now, if you're serious about moving to Mexico, be sure to check out our free Moving to Mexico cheat sheet. It has a ton of insights on things like, do you qualify for residency? Can you afford the move to Mexico? What are some healthcare costs and options? How to plan a scouting trip? How to hire the right people? And other insights that no one really explains to you. So check it out. It's in the link in the comments down below. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with any questions about Ixtapa or other Mexican destinations. My name is Marina.